Hey there. Hi. I have a great idea. I'm getting ready to go to a holiday party, so come and get ready with me. Grab something you like to drink and curl up in a comfy chair. Hi, my name's Brenda. I'm a Seint makeup artist. I have my favorite 27 palette. So I have all my powders and a brush cleaning tile and setting powder, eyeshadows on the first layer. And then the second layer, well, this is the last layer, we have cream eyeshadows, brow wax, and lots of lip and cheek colors. And then the middle color is Demi, which is used for color correcting, bronzer, highlights, contours, and some illuminators. So the look I'm going for tonight is a simply elegant, understated look. So if you're there, hop in, say hello. I'm happy to see you. And whether you're watching this live or you catch it on the replay, feel free to ask questions. And if I can't see the screen while I'm putting makeup on, I will come back. Hey, Linda. I'll come back and answer your questions later. So not to worry, just feel free to ask. All right. I did something new last night, and I'm going to do it again. I had so much fun with it. So I'm starting with, this is the shape brush from our Demi line. And all of Seint brushes are double-ended. So that is such a plus when you're doing your makeup. All right, we have this gorgeous illuminator color called Chandelier. So I am gonna do something really different. I'm priming with this illuminator. And just really lightly, I'm not going overboard on anything. I want to make a statement. I want them to know I'm at the party, but I don't want to be screaming when I get there. I'm not 20 anymore. So this is just giving me just a little extra something, and it's very, very subtle. All right, then I'm going to take a little Demi Balm and moisten my lips and do just a tiny bit under my eyes. You know, I don't know about you all, but once the furnace comes on, things change with our skin. And I want to be really careful to keep this little delicate area hydrated. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is color correct. And I'm using, this is Y1 out of the Demi line. Well, I just cleaned all my brushes and put them in the same place so they would be quick and easy to grab. And the one you want always hides in the bottom every time, doesn't it? All right, so I'm starting with Y1. And when you color correct, you are just going in with the opposite of what color you have going on here. So the opposite of purple, which is what I really have going on down here, is yellow. And you don't have to put this on thick and cover the whole area. We're just going to dab on just a little, and then we're going to blend. And color correcting is not concealing. It's a big difference. When you conceal, I don't know if you are like me, before I discovered Seint makeup, I was trying to conceal what's going on down here. And I just had ended up putting on more and more concealer and trying every brand and color on the planet. And look how simple and easy this was. Sorry. How quick, how simple, and Demi is almost undetectable makeup. So you can't even really hardly touch there and feel that you have anything going on. I'm going to do the same thing in my other under eye. Just barely touch it up a little bit. Now, I still have a tear trough here, and so there's going to be some shadow, but the color is different. It has changed. So we've just taken away the distraction by using the opposite color. And this is a delicate, delicate little brush. So with Seint 3D foundation, which is the colors, the 3D makeup, it is a different product than our Demi line. And Demi is just almost undetectable makeup. It's one of the best discoveries in the beauty world ever. Look how natural that looks. Okay. And now I'm going to do a little correction on my nose. And even though my nose is kind of red, I'm still going to use this Y1 on it, just very gently, because what's going on here is really a lot of purple and blue. And I love the whole undetectable makeup of Demi. The whole line is amazing. I'm also putting on just a little of 03. This is an orange color. Just, all right. There we go. And I'm going to go into my main highlight color and prime my eyes. And I'm just going to tap this on my lids. And this is doing two things. It's going to act as primer. It's going to fill in some of the wrinkles and fine lines. And it's also going to give me some more makeup to help with those little broken veins in my eyelids. So if you haven't ever heard of Seint makeup, it is amazing stuff. It's cream makeup. It doesn't settle in your fine lines and wrinkles. And this makeup is so versatile. You can do so many different things with it. Okay, so I'm primed and I'm color corrected with very little makeup. And I think I'm going to start with eyes tonight. Sometimes it's nice to do your eyeshadow first so there's not so much cleanup like it would be if you had your makeup already done. I am so sorry, Tracy. It is not available in the UK yet. We are in the US and Canada right now. All right, I am going to start with this little color called Paris. Just a really delicate little pink. And I'm just going to tap this on for a little base. And it's a pretty subtle little pink. It's a great color if you just want a one color look. But if you know anything about me, you know I'm never going to wear one color eye look. I love to play in the eyeshadow and do eyes. And I'm just tapping this on. And because I'm tapping it, I'm also going to work to fill in some of those little fine lines and also work with those little broken veins here and there. You don't get to be my age without a lot of stuff going on, and I always say I've got it going on, but what I have going on now is not what I had going on 20 or 30 years ago. All right, the next color I'm gonna go into is this beautiful Eve. And I think I listed the colors up there. And I'm using the dome end of the eyeshadow brush, and I'm just barely tapping this on a little bit. And this is gonna be our transition color. And this is a much more gentle color than it looks like. Oh, thank you. I love this color too. So soft and pretty. And this could be a great 2-eye look. Almost any time I do eyes, I do it where you could stop at any point and be done. So keep that in mind. You don't have to go quite as far as yours truly does. I just love to do eyes. I guess I'm in the right profession, huh? And you will enjoy a more smooth application and look if you build depth of color versus trying to put it all on in one shot. And hi guys, thanks for stopping in. My name's Brenda and I am doing Seint makeup. Hey Ashley. This is cream makeup I'm working with, and I'm delighted for you to be here. We're getting ready for a holiday party. All right, and then I want to very gently place the next eyeshadow that I'm going to do. So I'm going to dip my finger very gently here in the balm from the demi line. And then I'm going to tap this into Tawanda. And you have to see this color. This, where is she? Oh, she's down here. This is a really soft pink with like a little gold flake in it. So I've got balm on my finger and I'm just really going to tap this on. Not a lot, just a little. There we are. That didn't take long, did it? Just a couple of taps. And I can go back and retouch this and make it deeper, stronger. But right now, we're going to stop right there. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little illuminator right under my eyebrow, and this is going to soften this line of my eyebrow, of my eyeshadow, and lift my eye. Gives your little brows a lift, which I will fill in after a while. All right, we may revisit these eyes, but for now we're stopping, and I'm going to do the fun part now. So I'm going to grab the blend brush. This is a really delicate little light coverage brush. Wonderful to work with, but you have to know what to expect. This is so soft and delicate, and you are not going to lay down very much color with it at all. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to mix. I have started mixing my contour colors, and I love doing that. So I've got olive and indigo. And you can see I barely have color on this little brush. There's not much there at all. And when I apply this way, I'm going to start right at my hairline and just work in. And when you work with this brush, you're applying so lightly that by the time you get ready to blend, it's already warmed up. And blending is an absolute breeze. So I had started, last night I tried something. I really loved the look when it was finished. I'm using my highlight colors, which are going to blend with this contour to create one layer foundation. My highlight colors are going to be a little lighter than I normally use, both of them. They're both a shade lighter. And then I'm going to finish this look off with some bronzer. And I absolutely love the way this is going to come out. So right now I'm still contouring, mostly with indigo, but olive, the color olive that I'm using with it just softens it just a little. It's a really beautiful dark color. Okay, and I will come back and work on some more contour in a little bit. All right, I'm going to take the same brush and the other end of it and go into my brightening highlight, which tonight is linen. And I want you to see there's hardly anything on this brush. So let's talk about loading your brush with makeup, especially this brush. This is a really soft, light coverage brush. So if you're painting your house or if you're an artist, I want you to picture what you do with a paintbrush. You are going to load just a little bit of paint in your brush so you can control what you're doing. And it's the same way with makeup. With Seint makeup, less is better. It's heavily pigmented and it is going to take such tiny little bit of makeup. So these little tins, let me show you how big they are for reference. They are little, but they are mighty, and they last anywhere from 2 to 10 months. So if your makeup is being consumed faster than that, you're either a Seint makeup artist who does her makeup several times a day, or you're using way too much. So keep in mind, less is better. I'm going to brighten right in the center of my face. And keep in mind, I'm going to bronze because this looks really light, but when this look comes together, it's one of my favorite I've ever done. And I just played with it in a live on a different social media platform last night just to see what would happen. So I would encourage you to play in your colors. You never know what you're going to come up with. So let's say you don't want to play in your colors before you go to work, but after you come home and you're not going to go anywhere, play in your colors. All right, now I'm going to go, I've created a little roadmap. I'm going to go into my main highlight color, which is white peach tonight, and just tap on a little. Hardly any. Notice I haven't dipped my brush back in. I'm still going with the first little bit. It's almost impossible to get very much makeup on with this tiny little brush. And I'm a light coverage girl. Like I said, we're looking for that soft, elegant party look tonight. Oh, good. Awesome, Lori. Come on in. Happy to see you. We are, if you're just tuning in, my name's Brenda. I'm a Seint makeup artist. And I am doing a really soft, elegant, kind of holiday party look with some different colors because I cannot go traditional with, I just can't do traditional holiday colors. But this will be soft and fit in. You'll fit in the party with these colors. Okay, So now I did not do my cheeks or my nose in contour. So I'm gonna grab my 3D brush and use the blunt end of it. This is the one you would apply with if you're doing a medium coverage. And I've decided I like my contour to show up at the party. So I am gonna just stipple contour right here. And notice I kind of put my contour at an angle versus straight across. That's because I want to give the illusion of a more thin face. If I had a thin, narrow face, I would go straight across at the bottom of my cheekbone and try not to go out past the corner of your eye. And I'm just gonna stipple, and this is high, and I know I am. The way I do it is I really like to blend it with my brush. So this is by design. And then I'm gonna grab a multitasker brush. I have 3 of these and I use them constantly. And I'm gonna really concentrate on sculpting this nose just a little bit. See the difference in this side already? In this side, contour is magical. And if you've never tried contour, dive in. It is fun and you can do so many different things with your makeup. And then I'm also going to do a little highlight right here too. The great thing about Seint makeup is it's buildable. You can build as much color as you want. If you miss a spot, you can go back and rework it. It is so forgiving. Just get it on your face. All right. I am ready to, well, I tell you what, I think I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go ahead and blend my cheek at the same time with my lip and cheek, and all Seint lip colors double as blush and lips. So I'm going to do an ombre blush because that's my favorite. I'm going to start with Plum. And Plum is a satin, so it's almost like a matte lip. So you're going to get a lot of coverage on your cheeks. And Plum is just a beautiful, neutral little punch, not much. And then we're going to add a little of my favorite product Seint makeup ever made. It's Black Cherry. This looks really dark. I'm going to swatch it for you. Gorgeous. You can build this, you can blend it. If you get a color match from me, it's guaranteed. It will be one of my color recommendations. Okay, so we're going to tap just a little with this Plum, and that's going to give us a little gloss with the satin. And then watch what it does over Plum. It deepens. Tammy Bailey's in the house. Tammy Brooks, sorry, Tammy. Florida is in the house. Happy to see you. All right, we're getting ready for a holiday party. And we're gonna do a really soft, elegant look. Tammy is one of my friends I used to work with a gazillion years ago. Had a little bank in Joplin. All right, this is a color called Candy, and we're just gonna add a little bit of that, and you can tell where we're getting the ombre look. We're also going to add a little to our lip look. And then I'm going to blend with my favorite brush to blend blush with. And it's the Buff brush. And the reason I like this brush is because it's really, really dense. This is a heavy coverage, medium to heavy coverage brush. So you can tell it's really dense, and I love the angles. Both sides. This one's smaller, so it's really, really great to work around your eyes with. Oh, but before I do my blush, and I said there won't be much blending to do, and it's so almost blended that I almost forgot to blend. So there's just something about this makeup when you use the light coverage brushes, it just settles and there's very little blending to do. So if you've watched any of my reels, you know I start with dots often, and you're gonna blend those, especially as compared to this style. This is a really light coverage, and I absolutely love doing this makeup this way. And this looks too light if you're just tuning in. This color looks too light for me, and it is. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. And it's going to be the most beautiful, soft, flawless look. But the way I'm going to do it, you have to start with a little bit lighter than you normally would wear. So I'm a shade lighter on both of my highlights. And this brush is so delicate. I'm just sweeping it around. All right, now I'm left with contour and blush. And I'm just going to stipple this blush around and make it go just exactly where I want it, at exactly the level I want it to be. And if you ever, when you start using cream blush, you will never be able to go back. You have so much control. And look how soft and delicate that is with minimal effort. Black cherry makes every blush color beautiful. And then I'm just really going to touch up right here under my eyes. All right. And the way I do this makeup is I would rather put it on too light in the beginning. So I'm going to go back into Black Cherry. And this is the same blend brush that I started with. And I'm just going to tap just a little tiny bit, so I can just make a really soft statement here. Just bump the color up just a little. It's so much easier to add more than it is to try to blend out if you overdo. So keep that in mind. All right, I told you I started with colors that are way too light for me, and this is why. Meet Bella. This is Bella bronzer, and I'm going to use this bronzer and just warm this look up. This is the blush bronzer brush, and I'm using the fluffy end, and you can tell that I am just barely sweeping it into this bronzer. So I had somebody tell me the other day this was too dark. If Bella is too dark for you and you are candlelit or darker, it's because you are using too much. 'Cause I am just barely sweeping this over. And you can wear bronzer however you like. You can make it kiss your face where the sun would hit, or you can do what I do. I am just warming this whole look up with just a little bronzer. And it's just going to soften this and blend it. and you have so much control. The key is less is better. And you can also, drag this bronzer down your neck a little, and it just kind of softens the blend of your makeup as well. And this is also a great trick for if you're transitioning to your winter color and it's just a little bit too light, you can use bronzer to warm it up just a little. And I'm doing so much here because I want to make sure that I don't overdo. This gives me just that soft, warm glow. I'm going to go back in with my multitasker brush and work really gently on my nose. This is olive that I'm using on my nose. And just barely tap this, just a little. When you get used to contour, there's this very specific look that you're gonna go for, and you won't stop till you get it. Thank you, Betty, I appreciate that. So this is my holiday look, and we are going soft and elegant, but they're gonna know we've arrived when we get there. So I am going to show up with these eyebrows. I'm gonna do them first with my contour cream and my line brush. And I was raised in the old Hollywood eyebrow era. My mom and all her friends plucked their eyebrows. It was the cutest thing. I can remember them plucking each other's eyebrows, and they had these beautiful, soft brows. So even if you have those gorgeous full brows now, if you still give those just a little bit of love, those are going to frame your face, and just filling in just a little with contour cream will make all the difference in the world. So when you're working on your eyebrows, cream is so forgiving. It's awesome to use. Now I'm going to go in with the same brush, and this looks crazy, but I'm going into Salem. And I'm going to just really gently, this is a eyeshadow color. Just going to set that contour cream. And look how beautifully that just framed my face. Just giving those brows just a little tiny bit of love. All right. I'm going to work on these eyes some more. Eyes are I love doing eyes. So I know we're still going to be simple, soft, and elegant. I swear, brushes, there must be a man overboard somewhere. All right. Found it. Hey, Tony. All right, so I just did my eyebrows with a little Salem, and we are going to add a little Salem to the eye party over here, and this is Salem. It's a really, hey Beverly, it's a really soft, almost a charcoal black, and when I first saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm never going to use that, and I absolutely love it. So we're going to add just a little bit for a little bit of drama. And then we're going to blend it in a minute to soften this look some. And you have to remember when you're using Seint makeup, it is heavily pigmented and so is the eyeshadow. And I hear so many comments from my precious clients about how much they love working with Seint eyeshadows. They are heavily pigmented and they just don't, they're so soft and silky. They just don't crumble and flake like others I've worked with, and I'm old, so you know I've worked with a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go back with Tawanda. I told you we'd be touching this eye up in a minute, and touch up just a little. And notice we created drama so quickly there, and it's still gonna be soft, and I'll show you how I'm gonna soften it. I'm gonna put Tawanda right here in just the corner a little bit too, just to really brighten that eye. All right, here is the soft kicker. So if you put your eyeshadow on and you don't have a lot of time to blend, or you just don't want to blend the eyeshadow, go into one of your illuminators. This is Chandelier. And I'm going to go back and tap right under that brow. And I'm also going to tap right into this dark accent color that I just did. And it softened it. And it's going to soften. Give it another few minutes and it will soften some more. So this is a really fast way to soften your eyeshadow if you don't want to blend all day. Because if you're like me, I don't want to blend all day. We live in this world of instant gratification, right? All right. I'm going to grab a multitasker brush. And we're going to do just a little eye cleanup. Hey, Leanne. And I'm going to show you how this is going to make a huge difference. I just have a tiny bit of highlight. And I'm gonna, this is what I call making sure things are looking up. We wanna look at the difference in how this eye looks more lifted than this eye. And we did them exactly the same way, but we are touching up this one. You can tap it. This is the most forgiving makeup. Just play with it. You can do almost anything with it. Like I said, I started with highlight colors that were a shade lighter than I normally wear so I could warm it up with bronzer. And believe it or not, I put quite a bit of bronzer on, but I just did it so softly that you can't really tell. All right, I'm gonna go back and touch up my blush. Now it's the details. It's the details that are gonna set you apart. And I'm gonna touch it up with a little bit of candy this time. Candy is just a really soft, almost, it's a gloss. Could almost, and I won't have to wear illuminator right here since I'm going to touch up my blush with a little candy. That sounds good, doesn't it? All right. I think we're almost there. I'm going to put a little illuminator right in the center of my lips. Just give us that really ombre look. And then this is the Perfecting Sponge from Seint. This is the magical part of doing Seint makeup. I am pouncing this makeup, and I say it all the time, but this is not your average grocery store, drugstore, discount store blending bud. This is who I call Seint Bud, and is like a soft cloud, and it's not like this when you first meet. It's like this, and when you moisten it, it just turns into this little cloud, and you're just going to press your makeup, take off any excess, and it's going to give you that flawless, hey, Stephanie, it's going to give you that absolutely flawless look that you're going for. And then we're going to do something special for this look. And even this is softly elegant. And I'm in love with these. These are Moxie lashes. And I am really new to these. I want you to look at how simple these are to put on. And believe me when I say I'm really new, this is like my third time to wear these, and I am in love with them. I have worn practically every eyelash on the planet, and then I went to the best. So you could go delicate here. There are more delicate. This one is what I would call a holiday lash for somebody in my age bracket. And look how quickly that just went on. And the key is that I lined my eyes and let the magnetic liner dry, and then they just clip right on. And we're done. We did it. We have our soft, elegant, hey Sandra, soft, elegant holiday party look. So I enjoyed getting to spend time with you, and I hope you learned something. I'm here if you have questions, and thank you so much. If I don't see you before, Merry Christmas.